Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. I'm Bex the Butterfly, and today we are going to be creating the star piece of a cosplay that I've been wanting to create for a while. So one of my favorite and the first Marvel movies that I've ever seen was Captain America: The Winter Soldier. I loved everything from the plot to the acting to the fight choreography. It was impeccable. But I am not here to talk about that movie today. I'm here to talk about Captain America, the character. The mantle of Captain America has been passed down to many different characters, but today I am interested in one variation: Captain Carter. Captain Carter first appeared in the MCU in a show called What If. In the show What If, they explored many different corners of the multiverse or alternate timelines. So in the original timeline, Steve Rogers gets picked to take the super soldier serum, which can make him stronger and bigger so he can help fight in World War II. And there he becomes Captain America. But in an alternate timeline, Steve Rogers became injured and was not able to have the procedure done. So in stepped British government agent Peggy Carter and took Steve Rogers' place as Captain Carter. She also made a live-action appearance in Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, but she unfortunately didn't make it through the movie, which is sad because I really liked her character. But there's always a chance that she exists in an alternate universe. Now, I do have a reason why I wanted to create the Captain Carter jacket today. I've been going to a convention since 2021 called Fan Expo. Now, there I've dressed up as the Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, Loki, and this year I wanted to go as Captain Carter. So, let's make her jacket. So I had to go on a little bit of an adventure to get the supplies for this project. So I decided to go to the mall and check out Urban Planet, and I found this navy blue athletic jacket and got it. And I figured while I was there, I might as well go and shop around. Then I was off to Walmart to look for red and white ribbons to make the Union Jack for this project. So as you can see here, I have all of my outside in the world purchases with the jacket, the ribbons. So some other things that you will need for this project that I personally didn't have to go out to buy are some fabric scissors, a pin cushion with pins and needles. You'll need a couple sewing needles, a bunch of rulers, some red and white thread to sew the ribbons into the jacket. Make sure you use the red on the red and the white on the white because it would look weird if you didn't. Some fabric chalk to measure the outlines of where you want things to go. You'll also need a sewing machine. Let's get to it. First, place your jacket on the table and smooth it out. Next, think about the Uni Jack, which is a combination of a plus and a multiplication symbol put together. Start marking the horizontal plus part onto where your chest will fall on the jacket. Then put the ruler on the shoulder and trace it diagonally to cross the chest. Then repeat for the other side. To get an easier experience pinning, I zipped open the jacket. You want to lay out the white ribbon and try to pin it on your lines. Then, zip up the jacket and turn it over. Eventually, the ribbons will make an X shape. Now, pinning the sides are a little harder because when you turn the jacket back over, you have to fold the ribbon to make the angle change. And then, repeat the process on the other side of the jacket. Now, start pinning the ribbon on the horizontal line you drew in the beginning. And finally, cut the ribbons in the middle, like you're the mayor opening up a new museum. Like any other sewing project with a sewing machine, you need to insert the garment under the needle and start sewing. But make sure to remove your pins, as always, before the needle hits them. Hand sewing is a bit different than with a machine. First, you're going to take the red thread and stretch it a little bit over the length of the diagonal white ribbon on the front side of the jacket. Then, cut it and tie a few knots at the end of it so that your thread doesn't slip through the jacket. And then, thread the needle. And then, repeat that for all ribbon time. That was the shield. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I almost slipped. This is definitely one of the top 3 things that I've created on this channel so far. I'm so excited to wear this jacket for Fan Expo. I hope you guys had fun creating it with me. Now in this project, I did learn that it is very hard to sew things on a body when you don't have the body with you. Or when you don't have the body on the sewing machine. Yeah. So like there are some spots where the ribbons gather, but that's totally okay because if people can see them, they're too close. Back up. Now there are some additional things you can add on to this project, but I like just doing the Union Jack because it felt the most recognizable. You can add like red and white parts down here where the pockets are. Make sure to hand sew those parts because if you put a pocket in the sewing machine and it sews together, then it'll kind of suck. She also has armbands that carry on the Union Jack stripes all the way around, but again, I like just the Union Jack because it's more simple and it's also quicker. And that's the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And also make sure to comment down below what you think I should make next. Bye! I could do this all day. Yeah, I can.